Yeah.
So in terms of when you're training AI models and you're feeding them a bunch of data in order to create the answers and outcomes that you want, right? If we exist in an internet that is continuously being dominated by robots or more sophisticated AI posts now,
Yeah.
is that feeding into a data pool that is training AI further and they're getting bad data? Like they're just becoming
human
fed
centipede.
more and more AI data.
Yeah.
From
The inhuman
itself.
centipede.
Interestingly enough, the title of my fake paper is correct, which is synthetic dominance. So we've talked about this very briefly. It's synthetic data is the name for data that's created by AIs.
Yeah.
And what you just asked is the big question, which is if you are one of the AI companies and you're making an AI right now, essentially they've trained on all the human data we have.
Yeah.
So the question is, is the frontier of research around using the human data that we have in a more effective way to learn more effectively? Or is it about continuing to get more data, at which point you need AIs to make the data? There are obvious downsides with that, because if there are problems or let's say inhumanity inside of the AI, and then the AI is using itself to train itself, it's going to just kind of get farther and farther from what humans would do, right?
Yeah.
And so there's obvious problems. And then we actually talked about this with ChatGPT 5 a few weeks ago. One of the things that I thought was extremely interesting is they admitted that they used their previous ChatGPT model to create data that was used to train the new one. So they now fully, OpenAI and ChatGPT are using synthetic data. So the question now is, yeah, that might accelerate how quickly it improves, but it might just be moving farther and farther away, where every time that you generate a new model, the percentage of stuff it's being trained on is just more bot stuff. That is like one of, if not the biggest question in AI right now.
ChatGPT, 40% of its training data comes from Reddit. As someone who's a regular Reddit user, the amount of AI-generated content on there has gone through the roof. The amount of people writing their posts or even filtering their ideas through ChatGPT before posting them
on
is higher.
r/the Yard podcast, it's all farm to table, OC, no AI.
Brain rot. From
Brain rot. Where slime will yell at you.
And that's the other side of this argument. Do you really want another 5 billion human-written tweets versus some good shit by
especially
ChatGPT 5?
As humans get dumber because they're offloading all their schoolwork to ChatGPT.
Right. Maybe
so you either train on the world's dumbest humans or the world's most recursive AI slop.
We don't have the smartest people necessarily just like churning out content all day long, all right? Reddit is not a bastion of intelligence.